Let's go back for a minute.
Deep within the U.S. Army exists an elite force deployed for precise tactical operations. These are the men. Who are totally not the guys I was just talking about.
I know what I'm doing. This is a shortcut. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. If I had a penny for every time you said that, I wouldn't be needing this gold. Hey, welcome to the sandbox. You smell very clean.
The Army's launching an offensive, and we're going to be the first ones to go in.
Haven't they got guys specially trained for that?
Well, we're going in before them. They're too expensive to wait.
Lay down your arms, or we will take you by force. Yeah? Says you in what army? What? I just always wanted to say that. Why? Sounds cool. I'm not sure that this is happening for the right reasons. Gold sweets, 24 carats. What kind of motivation do you need?
The U.S. assault is coming this way. If they catch up with us, we're never going to be able to get that gold.
We need to get out of here. No shit! You want me to make a plan for you?
Is this your idea of fun, Haggard?
Well, yeah.
This is where my love for a franchise began, where my faith and money went to. Battlefield Bad Company was released in 2008, a whole 13 years ago on a console that is so outdated by today's standards. Yet here we are with Battlefield 2042, a game that is just so far behind a game that is 13 years old. Bad Company dwarfs 2042 by eons, and I mean that by literal eons. It is a colossus in comparison to what 2042 should be. That is crazy to me that with new hardware, new techniques within the industry, and so many updates and mistakes that have been made so that way you can learn from those mistakes, a game that is 13 years ago. All these problems and techniques and all these updates, mistakes over 13 years, we still don't have a Battlefield or really any game by EA that has or will beat Bad Company. Forget the fact that the game has no story, forget that the game is missing a lot of guns and content, forget that there is no server browser, forget that there is no teamwork anymore. Let us talk about how this is another game that is a non-functional $60 price tag. We have a mountain of bugs, and I mean a literal mountain. Fuck that, not even a mountain. It is a planet-sized level amount of bugs in Battlefield 2042. Things ranging from goofy vehicles just not acting how they're supposed to actually game-breaking bugs that ruin the immersion and the point of playing this game. Things to the point where you can't even get a kill or function as a real player. Like that is too much for me. At this point, with how the gaming industry is producing games, none of us are strangers to bugs anymore, with how every single release of a new title seems to be riddled with massive bugs and problems, but this is EA. They would never release a game unfinished, right?
Oh, no.
I couldn't even really say that with a fucking straight face, even for a joke. But really, wow, who would have guessed they would have fucked this up as well, much like every other title they've come out with in the past 13 years. With a track record of botching games left and right and giving up on projects that probably would have been a good idea, I am just nowhere near surprised that this game sucks actual balls. What surprises me every single day is how they keep getting away with it, releasing $60 games with insane pre-purchasing attached to $60, and getting a game that is unfinished, unrefined. It just should be completely illegal at this point, and it's amazing how it's not. But yet, here we are hoping for the best and still getting the worst, and it's 2021 going into 2022. It's been great. It's been a great few years. Let's be real. It's been a great few years. I feel like I've made my point about how the game is in a state of just unforgivable mistakes that have just been made. Let's talk about if the game actually functions, and let's say, well, okay, sure, it works, but what is there to do in Battlefield 2042? Let's talk about the content that is available. As it stands, Battlefield 2042 was advertised as this multiplayer experience with no campaign in mind whatsoever, which I don't actually mind there being no story because, let's be honest, there hasn't been a story for anything that's memorable from my years of playing Battlefield anyway, since the Bad Company days, so this is actually welcome for me. No story means more money and more resources focused on a multiplayer experience. At least that's what you would expect. I mean, think about it. When it's being said out loud, 120 player multiplayer massive large scale matches, fuck yes, sign me the hell up. Except what it doesn't mention is that it fills the lobbies with bots and majority of your kills are going to be from random NPCs standing around waiting to catch a bullet in the head. Having played the bot matches, I can wholeheartedly say that I would much rather do that than actually play the real multiplayer since it runs more functionally better than the real multiplayer. So yeah, don't even bother, just play bot matches. You can still level up your weapons and bots anyway, and you will have at least more of a better experience than playing the multiplayer. With that being said, you might say, well, what other games has given us massive large-scale FPS experiences? Here are some clips of games that do Battlefield's job better at large-scale PvP.
Yeah, I literally still can't see
In
him.
the field right here, in the field right here.
I got one. Oh, I see him. I'm gonna dome piece him. Dead.
There's one more in this bush right here. He's right close. He's close. There's a guy right here moving. He's alive. He's alive. 100% alive.
Shoot the ping. Okay.
Shoot the ping. You hit him.
Oh,
He's
he
dead.
headshot.
There's a guy right here.
Hold on, I'm reloading.
Right in front of us.
There's an OP right there.
Killed the guy. We need back.
Well,
We need to get in
okay.
the house. In the fucking house. Get in the house.
Oh my god, this is AIDS. Why did this is
Right here. Right.
Dude, I'm reloading, brother. I'm gonna need you to like gun him down or something. Where? Ping it.
I'm dead.
Oh!
I don't know how I didn't hit him with any of that.
I'm running for my goddamn life. Okay, so that house that's broken down dead ahead is where we were camping at. I don't see anybody. I take it back. I take it back. Bro, he's throwing nades. I'm out.
He's in that house that he killed us in earlier.
Got him. Okay, bitch got headshotted. Get blasted.
Hell Let Loose, a fantastic game that brings top-tier immersion and realistic graphics into play with server browsing, coordinated team play, and the list goes on of the goody-goodiness that you want in a Battlefield game. Not to mention, it's on PC and it's $30 on console. $30, and it does Battlefield 2042's job far better. Sure, it's not modernized or anything, it's from World War II, but I can promise you, you will have more fun in Hell Let Loose than any other fucking Battlefield game that you've ever played. An interesting take on the futuristic gameplay of Warfare, PlanetSide 2, a game from actually 2012 that I find more interesting for large-scale PvP and FPS scenarios that handles itself far better in every aspect than 2042. We also have Rising Storm 2, a Vietnam mil sim, much like Hell Let Loose, with more realistic gunfights and environments that offer fear and immersion with way better gunplay. The list can go on and on. Just look up research on FPSs that offer a more realistic scenario. Honestly, milsims seem to be kind of becoming the favor at the moment because it's kind of like what started with Battlefield, really. It kind of dates all the way back to the Arma days, but Battlefield sort of adopted that realism and brought it to console, which milsims didn't really exist on console, but by today's standards, it doesn't really matter anymore because they're kind of abundant now, but Battlefield is slowly drifting away to more of this Fortnite style where everything's fun, cutesy, whatever, and they're coming up with cringe voice lines versus actually bringing us a modernized FPS game with very, very solid shooting and gunplay. Just go ahead and add 2042 to the list of games that suck balls under EA's tyrannical rule. 1 out of 10, I will pay you to not sell me another game ever again.
Yeah, she knows I'm no one. Yeah, she knows I don't need no